Hey man,
There's
I
a
could
lot of
be
delusional Lakers
delusional.
fans.
Don't get it messed up. I could be delusional.
Can you,
Play your
Matt?
cards
How
right.
delusional what's the most delusional you've gotten as a Lakers fan?
I'm not even right here right now. I'm gone.
Oh yeah, you're in your mansion in LA. That's
I
right.
was
And we are on episode 143.
Yes, we
Wonderful.
are.
We've done a lot of episodes.
Yes, we are.
We have done a lot of yapping. All right, so I'm ready when you guys are.
dog. I'm ready. I'm ready spaghetti.
By
It's
the way-
Friday the 13th, yo.
You know what? All right, 3, 2, 1, and welcome everybody back to a different sports show. This is episode number 143. And I'm hyped because we are entering the final stages of the NBA season, which means there's going to be a lot of playoff drama on the horizon. The NFL off season, we're a few days into that, so we know a lot of stuff that's kind of went down there. Baseball season's around the corner, so sports is really picking up as the weather is picking up with it. I'm with my guys. I'm with Kem. I'm with Matt, and of course, I'm Thomas Saxby. We are here just like we are every Friday, building some consistency here with you guys. So thank you for everyone that's already here. Thank you for to the people that will be here shortly. But with that being said, who wants to kick this off? Because we already got some interesting comments. We got some. Oh yeah, by the way, we're live. This is our first ever live episode that we're going to be streaming with Connecting and Collecting, a different conversation. Where we're going to see where this takes us. So who wants to kick this one off?
Real quick, man, I'll jump right into it real quick. The real reason why the San Antonio Spurs are actually a contender in the West is because most superstars leave their teams dead in the water when they sit. The Spurs, they 10-4 without Wembanyama. That's not dependency. I believe that's infrastructure, right? Wemby isn't just carrying the San Antonio Spurs. He's elevating a machine that already works. Overall, they 48-18. Without Wembanyama, they're 10-4. With him, 38-13. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I 100% agree. I feel like that team is destined for greatness. It's going to do great things. We have yet to see them have a playoff run, clearly, but this is the first year they're all fully together, and it's going to be a real serious playoff run. Like, the Thunder don't want to see them in a conference finals matchup at all. It's gonna get wicked. Who in the anyway? And I feel like that whole team just works. You got all those guard pieces. You got the wings, all good defenders. They all can help each other grow and everything. And Wemby being there is just a plus, which is the greatest plus to have in the NBA. So
okay.
Kenny. I mean, I get where you're going at, Kem. I mean, it seems like we just exited the last Spurs great dynasty, and it seems like it's only been like 10 years, and we're about to. It seems like we're because it seems like they know what they're doing. That's what I'll say. I'm not here to call it a dynasty or anything too early. They haven't even won anything yet. They haven't won a playoff round, but it has all the makings to be a dynasty. Because what has been built here is yet again another very well thought out process of how they got here. When you just consider everything in the past, from Dejounte to DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge, and all that stuff that led them to here, the bad years, Popovich, the health battles, everything that it took to get to this point where they have some very great, not good. I'm talking about great young talent. This isn't like, oh, maybe these guys will be great players. No, Castle, Harper, Wemby, that just to start off with those three, that's for real. That's actually very, very legitimate. And I wouldn't be surprised if they make some noise in the playoffs this year. They're young, so I'm expecting some inexperience. I'm expecting some
absolutely.
They get put down at some point. But at the same time, Wemby's a pretty hard guy to guard. I mean,
it's pretty unsolvable.
It's scary.
Yo, our YouTube viewers are going absolutely bananas in the chat. Mr. Kicker said, anybody not saying Shea for MVP is crazy.
Yes.
And then Kenny said, you calling me crazy? Yeah, they getting crazy in there. Wow. Shout out Captain. She said Evan Mobley for MVP.
That's interesting.
Wicked statement.
Yeah, I had a couple things because I think I'll start the MVP chat in a second here. So the way I'll start is I want to apologize real quick because I know the last couple episodes I've been going on and on about this Jaylen Brown MVP case. I'm not apologizing because I don't think he deserves it. I'm apologizing because I don't give one player on that team not enough credit as they deserve. Because I said it was Jaylen Brown and no one else. It was great coaching and stuff. Derrick White, even though he shoots tour dates religiously this year and his field goal percentage is very low, he is actually, when he is on the court, and Jaylen Brown is off the court, or in situations where Derrick Williams is just on the court, period, they are an 18-point better of a team when he is on the court than when he is not on the court. And that is just because he's the glue guy. He does he still scores. He scores a lot too. But he just does everything. He passes, he rebounds, he defends. He literally does everything on the court there. I know he's an easy guy to kind of just brush off, but he is definitely one of the most underrated players. Like, it reminds me a little bit of Bam Adebayo on the Heat, as a guy who doesn't get enough credit, even though, you know, we're going to talk about the 83 because now he's a huge guy. But before the 83, that's how I felt about Bam, because that's going to be a topic.
Now I feel like he's getting too much credit.
Hey,
now
bro,
stop. Like Bam getting too much credit, man.
Bro, stop. Don't even do that. Don't come on. We don't want to introduce him to us like that. Come on,
You're right. You're right.
Thank you, Slap. Thank you, bro.
Nah, but Derrick White is a pivotal piece to that team. If it isn't for him, if he's not there, they don't have the success that they're having. Like the pure numbers of it all, you got to look past that. Just actually watch him play and see the effect that he gives.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what. So, Tom, that's why I love the first part of your take. It's absolutely correct.
But that's why I said about Bam, because I know this whole 83-point thing is kind of like
different. That's different than the tour dates. That's different than the tour dates, because the tour dates is actually a part of their system. It's a proponent of
Bam
actually shooting a lot of threes.
Well.
But I mean as far as the Celtics and as a collective, you understand what I'm saying? Like their system is predicated on shooting. So sometimes he will have those type of numbers, but the big game numbers are the ones that actually mean the most, and when he actually games up. So at the end of the day, I believe in the first part of your take, but I don't think that Bam's doesn't have a case with what the Celtics have been doing. You know, not at all.
I can't wait to talk about it. But so let's have a quick update then, because a lot of people are talking about it in the chat. I know it wasn't on our script, but we live, baby.
Let's take it on.
So who's your guys' MVP as we sit right here, right now?
So do I go easy on him, or can I just go ahead and gloat right away? You know what I'm saying? Because the chat already agreed with me. That was my take when we started off at the beginning of the season. I said that SGA was going to repeat for the MVP. And at the end of the day, he is stating his case. We got our guy, Jaylen Brown, who you just talked about, if anybody saw it, I hope the chat did see it as well, where he kind of, said that the whole of OKC and SGA in particular is now foul merchanting. So at the end of the day,
Jaylen Brown had more free throws than Shea that night.
Yeah, listen, and had one of the best defensive plays again, which also has him in consideration for that MVP, where he blocked 7-foot Chet Holmgren on the 3-point line and then dunked on him in transition. So at the end of the day, that's an argument for another day. But I do stay, without a question, I do love SGA for MVP without a question. But how he's carrying that team, and how that team as a collective is without him, but what they are with him, how it goes, the uptick. Without a question, it has to be SGA because of the consistency.
Yeah, and that was a game. Yeah, and that was a game that I was actually going to call out because I think, for MVP, I love Jaylen Brown for MVP, but you really consider that Jalen Williams really hasn't been there like that this season. And the work that SGA has done with guys like, Jalen Williams, like you can see when those two are on the court together, Jalen Williams, the center, is an absolute fantastic piece. An absolute fantastic piece to the puzzle. And you see many guys like Wiggins, he sets up Wiggins perfectly. I'm forgetting another name. I don't like Lou Dort. I think Lou Dort's a very dirty player, but that's a conversation for a different day.
Every great team needs
that game that he had against Boston. This was a game Shea, he performs under pressure. He absolutely if there is anything that has to do with pressure, he's going to be there and he's going to thrive. It doesn't matter what it is. And this was a game with pressure because you have to consider the Celtics are coming in. They're the 2 seed on the East. We're getting down to the end of the season. Games like this kind of tells you where you're at as a team. And he comes up with 35 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists, 13 for 18 shooting, only 7 out of 8 for free throws. It wasn't a big free throw game. That was kind of his norm. 3 blocks, 2 steals, plus 14, where no one else was higher than plus 8, and that was Lou Dort. And you know what I'm saying? So, absolutely incredible by SGA. I think I'm back on that train now.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't miss his games, it's SGA's to win it, man.
Yeah.
Like we talk about Cade. Cade's have a phenomenal season. The team's had a phenomenal season. We talk about Jaylen Brown, everything. You just explained all the Jaylen Brown stuff, but I mean, he was always behind Shea and Cade. It just came down to the games played and everything. And then obviously my go-to this season was Jokic, but he can't miss no more. If he misses any game, he's out of the race. And I think
I'm not gonna lie, man.
One night off. So
the convos are coming back for Jokic and his defense, man. It's been a little suspect these past like 10 to 15 games.
Yeah, for sure.
He's been getting cracked in the paint, man. It's been bad.
Hey, yo, that sounds crazy. But I would say it's Shea's to lose, man, because he's been going off and he's just strengthening his case every day by day. You guys already said everything about him.
Yeah, man.
Fair enough. So what's on the top of your head, Matt?
So I mean, we started off. Kenny was talking about Luka for MVP and everything, man. And I just want to sit up here and say, man, he ain't winning no damn MVP. And I think, and we've seen it over the last couple games where LeBron isn't a big impact on this team. I've been saying it for a while, bro. We need the LeBron touring to just let that era go. We need to let that era pass for what we have. And as an LA fan, as a Lakers fan, Cam here is also a Lakers fan.
Absolutely.
We just need this era to be gone and to start our next one. The Lakers are confident that they're going to get Austin Reeves back on a contract, 5 years, $240 million. It's going to be the biggest contract in Lakers history, the sixth biggest in the league. And if you love him, you got to let him go. And love LeBron, but we got to see him go. And hey, take Bronny with you, big dog. It's okay. Because the minute you're not on this team no more, we're dipping him off.
Come on, anyway. Bronny's dominating the G League.
The G League, he's 50-40-90, averaging 15 points.
They're undefeated when he plays.
Yeah, bro, if he ain't averaging 25 in fucking G League, he ain't supposed to be in the NBA. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I love Bronny, but he just ain't panning out. Maybe Bryce will, who knows? But
yeah, the one thing I wanted to say about Luka though, dude is an absolute dog because he's going through a tough divorce. I don't know if you guys saw that in the news or anything.
Bro,
but
there's talks about he's dating Madeline Klein or something now.
Well, because this one, I love X. I just want to say shout out to anyone if you're watching on X. It is one of the best apps on the planet because it's nothing but stupidity. So one guy was in the community. He's an active guy, guy that I've talked back and forth with, literally put out that Luka was cheating on his girl or they weren't together, and it was a conspiracy for a month and a half. He would not shut up about it. People were trashing him. They were like, bro, why are you
they just had a
Luka
kid, why would you shit on it? Yeah.
And it turned out everything that he said was correct.
He had the scoop. He had the inside scoop for real.
Bro, he had screenshots of Luka liking Instagram hoes, their photos. He had literally the scoop on everything.
Let's be respectful to women. First and foremost,
my bad.
Instagram models.
Thank you, Matt. That is our classic gentleman. I'm sorry.
And
personalities. Come on, bro. Let's not call them hoes.
But to be going through that and have a 51, 10, and 9 game, absolutely insane. Absolutely,
he's iconic. He's iconic. We just need this
basketball player,
man. When LeBron isn't taking a big role, the team does better. Evidently, the whole team, but especially Luka.
Do you know that the Black Mamba? Excuse me for a second, because this is not nothing. Do you understand the Black Mamba was birthed through an actual fake rape? I don't know what you want to use the words is now. Just make sure that you know what I mean.
He had a court case that could have ended his life as far as going to prison,
and the Black Mamba
dropping 50 that night.
You understand? A whole season of court cases. You understand what I'm saying? Versus a divorce. Stop playing. That's happened hundreds of thousands of times.
You see Deshaun Watson, he cannot recover from that.
Come on, man. Yes, that's crazy. But it's wild.
There's a lot Watson can't recover from.
Can I be honest though, Tom? I think that was one of the dudes that Luka was messing with.
His girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh wow.
For sure.
That guy. He had the
his main.
He was like.
Yeah, his main side girl. It was Luka main side girl, and it was her boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? But Luka main side
got messy.
Yeah, because it was crazy. Because like this person was like, he was if it seemed like he was talking out of his ass. Because like Luka hasn't liked a picture of hers, of his wife's, nothing in a while. She hasn't liked none of his stuff, but he's liking all these Instagram model stuff. But I was like, wow, brother. And for him to be like spot on, that was actually insane. But let's talk about a big topic. Let's talk about the elephant in the room for the Lakers fans. The elephant in the room. Bam Adebayo.
That's a Heat thing. That's not a Laker thing. That's a Heat thing, right?
Well, because of Kobe, you saying?
I know.
Because of Kobe. You
know
what
I mean? Bam Adebayo scored 83 points in an NBA game, becoming the second highest points in a game ever.
All right. So listen. Okay. Oh, let me let you finish. Go ahead.
There's a lot of question of the legitimacy of it, because not only did he shoot a lot of free throws, there was some really iffy stuff going on in that fourth quarter of that game. So I want to know your guys' takes. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it.
I'm gonna go mad easy. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out. I love that. To my boy Sir Clappington. Y'all make sure y'all check everything out, man. Like real talk, man. Because at the end of the day, my boy Schlatt actually put something out that everybody needs to check out and kind of ingest and understand. He put the stats up and put everything for everybody to really understand. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it really clean. What was it? The 31 in the first quarter, the 43 for the actual half. The beginning of the third quarter was excellent play. Phenomenal. I think that at the end of the day, what it became once he got to 74 points was more of a spectacle. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I think that that's what sport does become at some point when records are on the line. I think that at the end of the day, he's gonna get killed for a little while. At the end of the day, for sure. At another conversation, but I'm gonna let my boys handle them. You understand what I'm saying? Like literally, real talk. Because y'all know how I can get around these kind of things. But I think in this kind of situation, I understand the spectacle. You understand what I'm saying? And trying to make sure that he actually got our love Spoelstra for sure, because we know how he is as a big gamer. We love Heat culture. We love everything about what they do down there. But as far as Bam go, man, come on, a guy who averages barely 19 for his career, who is known for his defense, getting past the Mamba, the last real record that we know is effort executed.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all go.
Okay.
You want me to go?
Yeah, you can go, man.
All right. Yeah, so I had an initial, because I was at halftime I hear like he had 43 points. So I'm like, isn't Bam's like career high like 40, 41? So I'm like, oh, what the heck? So I'm at work and I'm like, league pass it is. I pop it up and I start watching and I'm just like, oh, he's cooking. All right. Second part of the third quarter, it's getting a little weird. It's like, all right, he's just going for it. Clearly, it's like, I'm not just going to have a high scoring game. I'm going for the 81 points. And so the longer I watched, I wish I just watched the first half, because the longer I watched, the more and more weird it got. And he was clear that I'm doing whatever it takes to get that record. And whatever it took was ugly ass play. It was terrible. I had a couple people pull up on me because I was like, yo, Bam got 70 right now. And so they're like, what the hell? They pull up on me and they're like, what the hell is this? Because they're just seeing him flail up the floor and his teammates fouling other guys and everything. And they're just like, what the heck is this type of basketball? And I'm sitting here like, it's beyond me, brother. I don't know.
That's upstate New York lunchtime high school basketball.
I was like, bro, this is the most high school shit. They're about to break the high school team record of all time. This isn't no professional grade play I've ever seen. And yeah, well, they'll talk about, well, Wilt, when he was in Hershey with no cameras in sight, the whole team decided to, when he passed his 78 mark or whatever he had, 77 mark, they're like, oh, we're gonna get this man 100, and they were fouling. All right, cool. Steph is not MVP fantasy. Sorry, I had to throw that out there. And then they talk about David Robinson. He wanted to pass Shaq for the season scoring record.
Yeah,
he was like 0.8 behind, and so they needed that 71 to make it. So the people are going to bring that up, but that's why nobody talks about those performances.
The last
we only talk about Kobe. Then we'll talk about Luka, Dame, Mitchell, Embiid, because those were all legit. Nobody talks about Devin Booker's because that was in a losing affair, and they were just giving him the ball. And also for Wilt, people talk about his 77 game or 78 game, whichever it was, more than his 100 game because it was a legit game. So I think it was a spectacle. And I feel like everyone involved in the game is a fraud for that, but it is what it is. Because, like I said, Bam, I liked him before this, but before this game, he was averaging 18 points a game, and it jumped him up to 20. And before this game, he only averaged 20 once in his career, and he didn't even make an all-star team this year. He's not going to make an all-NBA team this year. Maybe he'll make an all-defensive team, but again, that has nothing to do with scoring. So for somebody like him to pass the record is crazy when that's not his game. I thought Luka was going to pass it. I was hyped, and I'm a Kobe fan, so that's crazy. I thought Mitchell was going to pass it, and I was hyped. These guys, it's not that I'm hurt that it was passed. I'm hurt that it was passed in this manner. But, hey, it happened. Shout out Bam. Shout out Spurs. Yes, shout out the Heat. Sure. Shout out the Wizards' miserable defense. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh man, so like my head is all over the place with this thing because like it's Bam Adebayo. Like what the fuck?
There we go. Cool.
So all right, listen. First off, I'll share the story of what I was doing when it was happening because Matt kind of reminded me because like it was absolutely comedy for me. Like I saw because I'm in a chat with a bunch of Heat fans. It's the most hilarious thing that
must be the worst thing on earth.
Oh my god! During the trade deadline, man, shout out to them guys. By the way, they're some of the most like loveliest people I've ever met on Twitter. But they were an absolute disaster during the trade deadline and all that Giannis stuff. It was absolute comedy. It was hilarious. But so yeah, they were talking about it. They're like, oh my god, Bam, because he like scored whatever amount of points in the first and in the second.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, he has 40. He'll probably it's Bam Adebayo. He'll probably end with like 51, 52. It'll be a crazy game.
Yeah.
So, I went and I ate. I smoked a nice blunt. I ate some good food. Almost took a nap. Smoked another blunt. Almost fell asleep again. And then I look on Twitter after the game. Basically, had just finished, and it said Bam Adebayo scored 83 points. My jaw dropped to the floor. I was like, "There's absolutely no way," but it happened. Bam Adebayo is a very nice guy, but I'm just going to tell you guys and everyone out there, I don't know why any of you were shocked. I was on that train for several years. The Miami Heat ruined fucking everything. Every fucking thing the Miami Heat ruined. They ruined playoff hopes. They go on random runs. They had LeBron James go to Miami. They ruin everything. And if anyone is mad, just go look back at the Dwayne Wade's finals run that we all love. It was marred with free throws. It was absolutely insane how many free throws that he had in those finals as well.
Oh, my bad. The thing that kills me as well is all these people that are like sitting here defending it online are also people who cook Russ for all his stat padding, cook LeBron for all his stat packing, cook Shea for all his free throws, but y'all defending this. So it's just like, it's pick a side, man.
I won't say I'm defending it because it was crazy. Like you can't watch that game and say it wasn't an absolute circus at the end. You know what I'm saying?
So
it was 70 points of phenomenal play. Right?
Yes.
So I'm not mad at it.
I
agree. Phenomenal.
I think we all agree, and the universe agrees that it was great play for the 70 points. What we saw was and then what was crazy about this was what we already had a problem with earlier in this NBA season with fouling. You understand what I'm saying? To get the ball back in these wild type of possession, victories, right? That we know slow the game up, and we know that there's really no, we know what it is. So at the end of the day, to do that up 30, to actually get a record was shot. It was bugged out for me. I actually popped over from watching Wemby break, about to break his own 3-point record in the regular season. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and then I wanted to see how JT was going to get back, because Boston was playing San Antonio that same night. So that's what I was doing. So I'm like trying to see how JT.
Why the hell am I tuned into the Heat and the Wizards?
I'm like, oh my God, man. And I'm fucking trying to record.
He was unking out.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. And I'm like, what the hell, man? This is crazy.
The only thing I will say that I'm not going to like from here on out is whenever anybody's talking about greatness, and I know this is going to happen, even on this platform, because Thomas is a troll. I know for sure if we ever talk about all-time play or the GOAT conversation, and I sit here and say, Kobe has 81, some motherfucker's going to be like, Bam got 83, and I'm gonna want to beat the shit out of
So
somebody.
that's when we're gonna have the sock and boppers in the studio so that we can bop somebody for saying that crazy ass.
You guys
shit.
keep saying somebody. It's me.
Yeah,
you guys keep saying somebody. I'm the only other person.
Why? I was talking about just in general, not just on this platform.
I mean,
but
for me, like I think like no matter what, like it happened. Like it's 83. It was higher than Kobe's game, but at the end of the day.
Why does that take Kobe's greatness away?
I know, but there's a difference though. There's a difference. Like Kobe set the record and Bam chased it. Like that's all there was to it. It's up to us and it's up to everybody else to keep Kobe's legacy alive and keep that 81 alive. Because
before we move, can I just highlight something real quick, bro? Me and Matt was talking a little bit earlier too about like Kobe. Imagine if Kobe would have did this when he was up 30 when he caught the first record.
Yeah, the 62 and 3/4.
Like when he got to 62. Like
there's going to be discourse about anything that there could be discourse about anyway.
He could have gotten 100. You understand what I'm saying? Back then, in a time when it wasn't even, they weren't even scoring this many points. You understand what I'm saying? So imagine how he didn't even want that record knowing that they were up by 30. So at the end of the day, man, but Bam is a different sort of individual where we know that, again, you highlighted first, my boys, about how he didn't even have a 50-point game. So at the end of the day, he needed to do this. You know what I mean? He needed to do this.
Yeah, and when it comes to that, it's like he was at what 70 with a lot of time left. I think it's
9
there.
minutes. It was like 9 minutes.
Like it's there. Like,
yeah, no, he had 70 with 9 minutes left. So, but if you couldn't score that 12 points in those 10 minutes, it was like 9:50 left on the clock. If you couldn't score those 12 minutes or 12 points,
it would have been embarrassing.
10 minutes almost. It's just like, so why did you have to resort to how you were playing? They're already just fouling you,
it's
general.
the Miami Heat,
just keep getting foul baited, but don't just.
I'm telling you, that team, the Miami Heat, they're here to ruin everything,
man.
He was doing 360 jump shots. I thought this was a Call of Duty lobby. I ain't know what was going on.
Let's move on real quick. Then we spent
shout out Bam.
Yeah,
shout out Bam.
Those French guys, you know how I feel about anybody who isn't American in the NBA. He did that on a French dude, and a French dude is about to be the face of the NBA, but he actually is
Alex Sarr. Poor Alex Sarr.
I'm gonna leave there.
Yeah, poor Alex Sarr is correct.
For sure.
All right, so Matt, I want you to set the scene. I think we were going to talk about Tatum coming back from injury. I think that'll probably just come out, through the episode while we're talking. But Matt, set a scene, any scene. Right.
So let's say, you're randomly out in public, strolling along, just hanging out, and all of a sudden, boom, some dude just pops up in front of you. He's from a different era. He's Time Machine, and he just showed up. He's got a little wristwatch time machine. Boop, boop. He just showed up in this time era, and he just wanted to learn about sports, just any sport possible. What's the one game in any sport that you cherish the most that you would have him go watch to learn to love the game of that sport?
Oh, man.
Shit, dude.
Oh my God. Do you want me to go first?
I was asking, man.
Matt, do you have an answer to your own question?
Yes.
Me and Kev might have to get a minute.
So,
Kev, what you got?
Oh my God! Because we might not have time to do this, I'm just going to do it right about now.
I got an answer. Yeah,
because we cooking right now, so I'm just going to do it right now. If it was me, I would take the people to April 20th, 1986, to the Boston Garden. The Chicago Bulls are facing the powerhouse Boston Celtics in the playoff of one of the greatest teams ever assembled. And on the other side, a 23-year-old scoring star named Michael Jordan. Now, understand the moment. Jordan was only in his second season, still a young phenom trying to prove himself. Then he did something the league had never seen. Jordan dropped 63 points, still the most points ever in an NBA playoff game. His stat line looked like a video game. He had 63 points, 22 of 41 field goals, 19 of 21 free throws in 53 minutes. The Bulls lost the game in double overtime, but the result didn't matter because after the game, Celtics legend Larry Bird said the words that would echo in NBA history. That was a god disguised as Michael Jordan. And in that moment, the league understood that night became the birth certificate of the legend.
Larry Bird, man.
Did y'all fucking talk about this before?
No. I'm assuming. So real quick, I'm assuming that was his history segment.
You already know.
Yeah. I'm assuming that was his history segment. He had to audible real quick.
Yes,
we did not talk about this, and he was
ready.
I was ready for that.
Yes,
I was like, shit, dude.
Yeah,
no. So
I started laughing because I thought of a few funny ones before I could even think of a serious one. My brain
got one,
is
or you want me to give one?
Well, I mean, I'll get. Listen, man, I don't know if this would be torturing a person, but listen, man, when you talk about sports and what it represents, man, I got to take you back to 1999, and I hope I'm right. I could be wrong on the year, fellas, but 1999. Let me actually look that up.
You have all this. All right, so real quick, I'll go real quick. All right, so boom, take you back, February 5th, 2017.
Okay.
Super Bowl 51.
Oh.
Patriots and Falcons. Patriots were the favorite going into this game. It was 3 quarters of dominance for the Falcons. It was looking like the perfect story for a Matt Ryan Super Bowl victory, who just had the greatest year of his career.
Yeah. It's the greatest comeback in history.
28-3.
Shit.
With 2 minutes left in the third. Heading into the fourth. Patriots end up tying it, going in at the end of the fourth quarter, going into overtime and winning it all. It's the greatest comeback story in the history of sports.
One of the craziest things I've ever watched.
Hell yeah.
I was sitting there watching this live and remembering people texting me saying at like halftime, going halfway through the third, like, bro, this is chalked. I'm done watching it. Yeah. Screw the Patriots, because I'm a Patriots fan. They were lighting me up. And I'm like, nah, it's Brady, man. Just hold out hope. And then it starts happening. And then it kept going. And they kept going. And then the catch, the Edelman catch, it was, oh my God, it was so beautiful. And I feel like that could make anyone fall in love with the sport of football.
I like that.
Yeah. So listen, man.
Oh,
it's
God,
1998.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You guys were born. I think Matt, you was just a wee little lad, probably.
I was 1 year old.
Yet. Oh yeah, maybe you were one.
Well, I was 97, so but...
this was 3 months. This was 3 months before I was born.
I was the only one dancing, right?
For sure, I wasn't dancing. That's for damn sure. I was like 2 months old.
Okay, all right.
But yo, Kev is tweaking right now. But listen, 1998 for real. You want to talk about a great American story? You want to talk about a phenomenal show of fighting and enduring and accomplishing something at the tail end of your career? I'm going to take you to the 1998 Daytona 500, where Dale Earnhardt Sr., after his 20th try, finally wins the big one. After all of his championships, after all of his glory, wins the Daytona 500. And everybody, every crew member of every team and everyone was lined up in the infield. He went through, clapped all their hands, raise hell, praise Dale. There you go.
Listen, man, you could sit me down and have me watch that about 30 times, and I would never feel any different.
You would not be moved
sport.
in the slightest.
I will not be moved in the slightest.
Neither would I.
But you also always got to bring up some NASCAR in this, so I respect it.
Raise hell, praise Dale.
Well, bro, you a question like that, man. You not only setting the scene, you setting the universe, buddy. Like that's
hey. And guess what? You know what's crazy? Right when you said, do you even have an answer to your own question? That's when it came to me.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't have one leading. I also thought of that. Like I told you before this, I didn't even look at the script until just fucking now.
Fair enough. All
right, that was just off the top.
Let's talk about NFL. What are your guys' biggest takeaways from NFL free agency so far? Let's each just give a couple talk. Like, well, what's up? How have you guys been liking it? Kem, I mean, I feel like you could start off with Kyler.
Hey, listen,
predicted I called that right from the fucking beginning. Kyler going to Minnesota. So why don't you get your flowers for that? Talk about it. Talk about why it's a good fit, and then whatever other takes you got.
Well, no problem, man. I appreciate that. Me and Slap was kind of talking about this a little bit earlier offline and kind of letting you know what it is for me is like I believe not only is it just a skill set, I think the conditions match everything like that. I'm talking about dome to dome, you know what I mean? Arizona's conditions to Minnesota's conditions. Also, what is he's going to be paired with? He got JJ, he got Addison, he got a great running game out there, nice offensive line. I think that at the end of the day, that 1 year is going to be a surefire deal that should propel him back to where we already know Kyler Murray could go. He has an element that I know that we didn't ever see. Well, we definitely saw JJ utilize, but we didn't see him utilize it in a way that was beneficial to the team, which is his wheels. We can talk about Max Crosby going back. We can also talk about Geno going to my green game, New York, New York. I think that the culture there, again, him coming back, we should get a little bit more out of him. I think that we also going to have a little bit. So. Yeah, listen, but we also have our eyes and we got some picks. I think that we probably get, you know, the young boy Ty Simpson or something like that. Somebody that's going to be in weight, you know what I mean, without a question. I love Malik Willis going down to Miami. I love Tua going to Atlanta. You know what I mean?
I love that.
That is, listen, do you guys know that I think as much shit as I talk about Tua, I believe that those weapons that young man has in Atlanta, again, with the conditions that's going to suit him, that if they win out, he actually gets to dictate the pace where they're playing in that dome the majority of the time. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I believe that, man, with Michael Penix hurt and Tua actually on this 1 year deal, that's a great. I
don't know if Penix touches the field next year. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This is probably the sneakiest actual free agent thing that actually happened so far. What do y'all have though?
No, I think that's a great move having Tua go there. So obviously all the Max Crosby stuff happens. I mean, we talked about it a little bit on an episode that's going to come out at a later point. But yeah, that is crazy. Tom Brady low-key might be the go on and off the field when it comes to just running that Raiders franchise, because he sends him over there for 2 firsts, then picks up, like we were talking about like a few weeks ago, how it would be crazy for this team to be able, the Raiders to be able to turn around this team in one offseason and everything, and they have made a hell of a lot of moves to do such. And then on top of it all, Max Crosby gets sent back to them. And so now they have all these pieces with Max Crosby. Will they move him? Will they not? Who knows? But now it makes it look like his medical sheet is all over the place, because they're like, oh, he failed his physical, even though everyone knew what was wrong with him, and he's recovering. So that's whatever. And so now they have all these pieces. They have Max Crosby. They could try to do something. I don't know. Patriots, obviously, Diggs gone. We replaced him with Romeo Doubs. There is
so far gone.
So a little bit before this, honestly, I saw a couple. I saw a couple posts. I don't know the legitimacy of them, but it was saying that Diggs and the organization are trying to work out a smaller deal to still have him come back and make it work for everybody. And I'm like, if we got Doubs and Diggs, that's a little interesting duo. But clearly we've picked up a couple defensive guys, O-line guy, but we still need to work that offensive line a lot. We need a lot of work on it.
So I love the chat. Oh, sorry. Tom, before you go, I want to let you know I love the chat saying stuff about football, but I want to give y'all a sneaky nugget that I caught that, listen, the grapevine is the grapevine, right? He was cut by New England. But what if, I'm telling you, because of y'all know that I live a gumbo way of life.
So where's this tying in?
What if he
it.
shows up in Baltimore next year?
I mean,
Baltimore or the DMV area. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, because I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise to me, because Baltimore, you got to think about what's actually going on right now. They still have not extended Lamar Jackson, which is getting interesting. So believe it or not, I think he has 1 or 2 years left. What happens if he doesn't sign this offseason? Does he have 1 more year or 2?
I think he has 1 more.
Lamar.
I'm not sure. Let me look.
Yeah, but anyway, either which way, they're going to start getting desperate, because they wasted all these years. Last year was one of the worst years you will ever see. We broke it down week by week. It was absolutely terrible. And then at the end of the day, They traded for Crosby, didn't get him, which kind of ruined a lot of
Henderson.
Yeah. And they wasted a lot of time with the Crosby stuff because that was kind of their big ticket acquisition. So when they didn't get him, they kind of had to scramble, and they immediately signed Trey Hendrickson. So they're desperate. I think they're ready to go. We'll see what happens. I mean, we'll break down what these teams look
like. Ready to go
everything.
home every night, sad and upset.
But yeah, no, I mean the Lamar Jackson free agency stuff.
Good call. 1 year. 1 year left.
So that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't sign this offseason, it's going to be a very high pressure year for that organization because it's either you got to win that Super Bowl in his last year, or you also got to think about trading him and getting some worth back, or you got to just sign him.
Your 2-time MVP not going to stay if you can't put
around him. I don't see a world where he's doesn't sign a contract extension. That would be absolutely insane. But we've seen crazier things in football. I mean, we've seen literally in basketball, Luka get traded for Anthony Davis, and how crazy that was. Anything.
And then Anthony Davis getting traded again with less than 50 games.
So there was some moves that I liked, some that I disliked. Like for example, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers have absolutely crushed this offseason.
They went crazy.
They're in a beautiful position right now because in my eyes, I know this might be a crazy take, but I think Will Howard is absolutely ready to be a good quarterback in this league. I loved him in college, was one of my favorite quarterbacks in college. Very underrated. I think he got drafted in the 4th or 5th round. Got to sit behind Aaron Rodgers. No pressure of anything. You're not taking over for Aaron Rodgers, nothing. Because I think they had Mason Rudolph there as the actual true backup. So he got to learn for a whole year. He's one of those quarterbacks that got to sit back and learn for a whole year. I'm not saying I would trust them to go on some deep run if he's the quarterback, but I would trust that he would come in and have good quarterback play. And if not, they could re-sign Aaron Rodgers, old-ass Aaron Rodgers, who still has something left in the tank. I mean, they just ran into a really good defense at the end of it, and his old ass couldn't do anything, unfortunately. But they have a much better team this time. They're coming in with, like, the Colts let them get Michael Pittman. Like, that was, for me, that was insane.
Crazy. They only signed Alec Pierce.
And then they get Rico Dowdle to pair with Jalen Warren. That's an insane running back pair because I'm not expecting Rico to continue to be that great, but to be paired with Jalen Warren, you're going to get insane production out of that.
It's definitely sneaky production, crazy production.
Yeah, you're going to get some insane production. I don't like that the Colts both re-signed Alec Pierce and Daniel Jones for as much.
Did you see the bidding war for Pierce?
Which is weird because this was his
first.
The
Patriots saw the offers and were, because the Patriots were one of the 3 final teams in there, and they were like, all right.
Like $30 million a year. That's actually crazy because that was his first 1,000. And I'm not saying he's bad or anything, but $30 million a year is absolutely, I don't know, because they're combining that with the big contract that Jonathan Taylor has, with now the big contract Daniel Jones has. They're not going to have that much freedom to really build this team. Jones tore his Achilles, so the whole discourse about where Daniel Jones was going to go and how much money, I didn't understand because the motherfucker just tore his Achilles. And yeah, granted, he was great for half a year, but it's Daniel fucking Jones. I mean, I'm not expecting anything from him. But
and when he got a little bit of pressure, he faltered terribly. So it's like,
and you guys covered it.
And is hurt, so it's like
he's the great regular season warrior for sure. He definitely looks the same in those playoff situations or contention situations,
right? And you guys covered it with Tua. Absolutely love that Atlanta Falcons got him. I didn't even think about that pairing because it's like Tua. We know he's still got something left, and if he's gonna continue on being a short thrower, game manager type of player, he's gonna be on the perfect team for that. Because Atlanta, they haven't been able to get that. Like Penix he's not a game manager. He's a do or die. Like throw it down the field. Like just launch it with everything I got. He's not.
He doesn't have much in the short game. He's not.
Yeah, like he does. It's not calculated. It's kind of just it's ultimately what led them to their failures last year because they couldn't gain no momentum.
If I could say something real quick on that, I believe it also has something to do with his mechanics. His mechanics is more of a deep mechanics type of field where Tua is more of a short game. Listen, man,
guys like London and Pitts, they play great in the short field. They don't.
And Bijan.
That's what I was about to say. I wasn't even going to let him in, homie. I was about to say your homie actually dropped a nugget. You know what I'm saying earlier about how that's actually going to work. You understand what I'm saying? Because he just dropped a little bit just now, but how he's going to be able to dip out to Bijan and everything like that is going to definitely benefit Atlanta, if you ask me.
It's going to be a great pairing.
Yeah, it's going to be
because that's all they need. They just need some competency there, and Penix can get healthy because
he was young.
If Tua starts the season off well and they have a good record, which I think they will, they're not going to sit Tua down for Penix. That would be insanity at that point.
Let him just get fully healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1 million, 1 year, 1 million.
Yeah, like
he was probably like, whatever, I got money. Y'all could just build the team.
Yeah.
Just pay me.
As long as we don't get another concussion, he's straight.
Absolutely. And they have a decent O-line. They built
have
a good
O-line. So
I think the holes, there wasn't really holes besides quarterback. Like their defense was all right. Like their, the receivers obviously running back.
It was not fast enough for how fast that team actually is. You know what I mean? The QB play.
Now a sneaky move that I like though, the San Francisco 49ers getting Mike Evans. That was a sneaky move that I love because you think about who's in that like locker room. It's just a whole bunch of people that are very hungry for that ring. Like Christian McCaffrey, he knows his time is running out. Kittle, when he comes back, he knows his time is running out. Talk about Warner. You talk about all those guys on the defensive end. Brock Purdy has something to prove because no one ever puts him in those elite combos. And I think he's at least been a great quarterback, I think, since he's come in. And their coach, Shanahan, he still don't have a ring. He wants a ring. So now you're adding Mike Evans, who's accomplished in his career. He's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. His ticket is punched. Those 10 straight seasons are, that historic. He's won a Super Bowl, but he wants another, and he wants to be respected as one of the best wide receivers to ever do it. And adding that already to a bunch of guys with chips on their shoulders. I love it.
Mike Evans has always been the afterthought wide receiver in the league. Like, I forgot Mike Evans. Like they always have 10 names to think about before, and then they think about Mike Evans. But he's consistently been doing this for a decade, man. And last year, because of his injury, was the first year he didn't have over 1,000 yards. And so he's model consistency out there on the field. And I think this is crazy. I love it.
I was about to say, man, make sure that you saying put some respect on the end of that.
Put some respect on him.
Yeah, because that just because he was not mentioned, he was the model of consistency and the biggest gamer out of all of those top 10 who never really make it.
I've been preaching Mike Evans for years.
In contention, man. That boy is a beast. Yeah, and you said it right. Last year is the worst year of all. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, and that's due to the injury and the long haul that he put on his body of being consistent. You know what I mean? Like, so at the end of the day, and he an OG. So let's see what he do out there. I just hope that those other rumors about that radiation don't hit my man. You know
my God, that is a conspiracy in the NFL.
That's the craziest thought of conspiracy.
Maybe they should just take 1 year to practice elsewhere just to see what happens.
To see.
Yeah, like. I feel like they're just like they're standing their ground, like they're stubborn. They're like, there ain't
there's no radiation destroying the bones of our players.
Ghosts ain't real. Aliens
why
ain't
is
real.
that even a conversation? If that's even a conversation, you need to just change facilities.
There needs to be a deep dive, right?
Because I think we can agree the 49ers should have been champions at least once. And you could date this
out
back
of the
to
last
Kaepernick.
5 years.
No, go all the way back to Kaepernick. But injuries killed everything. It killed Kaepernick. It killed everybody. It kept killing people. Just kept going and going and going and going. And we're still here. Like they lost last year to injuries. Like if they weren't as injured as they were, the 49ers would have been a threat. They would have been. That would have been.
They were almost a threat with all the injuries.
That's
crazy.
They had Mac Jones, half of his body is injured, and he's just out there slinging darts,
putting 400-yard performances left and right.
I will not forget my take when riding the wave of like, if all they had to do was shore up one game, but Seattle maintained that consistency, even though all it was one game that they needed, you know what I mean? Literally, you know what I'm saying? To kind of give themselves a little bit of an edge. Yes. But at the end of the day, man, it was Sam Darnold and them boys through injury. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. They were right there. So at the end of the day, and then, he was still right there for MVP CMC with that impact player or most improved player.
Yeah,
comeback player. You know what I'm saying? So like it's crazy. Y'all got to tell me, man, me being an unk, we got Kid Bamboo 808 with links. What are they talking about?
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe our links. You can find us everywhere at different conversations.
OnlyFans links? Anyone want to drop your OnlyFans?
I ain't got
drop the OF in the chat. But if you're looking for our links, we're at a different conversation on every platform you can find.
Yes, sir.
Spotify, Apple
Music,
and that's
thank
TikTok,
you. So
Instagram,
now that we're kind of wrapped up with the NFL talk, I mean, I want to touch one more thing on Kyler, but I'll plug real quick. Make sure you guys subscribe to Collecting and Connecting. You have a different streamer just basically every single day.
Yeah, 2 C's.
Paulie is amazing for setting that up.
2 C's. No gang involved. No gang affiliation. Man, I got gray hair. No gang affiliation, man.
You're gonna get us killed, man. And make sure you guys subscribe to A Different Conversation. We're everywhere. Every platform that you can think of, we're there. Besides MySpace, we're still working on that. No, we're not.
Bro, if we pull up with a MySpace page, we going stupid.
Real quick, what I wanted to do is just basically we're on a collecting show technically, so I did want to bring something up real quick.
That's not in the script. You, brother.
I'm hitting you guys with a random question here.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, right? Mm-hmm. We're at the stages in life where we're at now.
Yes.
But if we hit our lick and we came up and we exploded and everything, yo, man, you gotta relax.
You said it, brother. You said it.
If we exploded and we took off and we became rich, what collection have you been the most eager to collect, to invest in, but have not either had the time or money? Or you know what I mean? Like,
come on, bro. Come on.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
My
if
shoes.
It's that easy,
I would just cook up on my feet, man. My shoe
I'll
game.
help you out, man.
My shoe game would go even
that's
crazy,
kind of a collection you already have. But
it's not as in depth because I'm not some rich ass motherfucker that will spend 600-700 pairs on some shoes.
But you got a lot of clean shoes though. Nice,
because I keep them clean. I only have like 2 dead stocks. 2 unworn pairs, man.
Okay.
All the rest of them.
Whoa. Can I say something real quick?
I keep them clean though. Don't
wait. Are you collecting to resell or are you collecting to wear?
So something that you've always really been eager to collect in, but it's something you gotta like drop a bunch of money on or like time or whatever.
Yes.
Something where if you were rich and you had the time, you would have that collection.
So it still would be shoes for me. So like there's a couple shoes that there's a lot of
like
shoes.
No matter what shoes.
No, I'm not gonna, especially if I had the money, because he's saying if we were to hit a lick and get a crazy amount of bread and just collect stuff, it would be shoes for me, but I would double up on every pair I get. So I would wear one and then put it in the collection bow. Wear one, put it in the collection bow. Wear one, put it in the collection bow.
And that's how I'm on it. That's the reason why I asked that, because at the end of the day, I collect shoes, but there are some that is no matter what I am going to wear. I am not 100%. Going to just hope, because I'm not actually going to go through the time to actually try to resell them and do all of that shit anyway. I am going to hold them just like, even like them raw meats that I put like right there right now. Like it's mad shit that I got that without a question is actually worth money, but I am not going to take the time to, you know what I mean? I might only wear that shit once every 5 years or something like that too. But I am going to wear them and not just let them sit there. But for me, I'm gonna be honest, it is going to be 67 to 68 Chevys. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm talking about Chevelle.
See, that's what I mean. That's the answer I was looking for. I like that.
Yeah. Without a question, it's going to be the supercharge. You understand what I'm saying? Edition of the Chevys.
Yeah, if I were to
for your boy.
If I were to get into a lot of money and stuff, I would get my nice cars. I would get my 69 fastback.
I can see.
I would get, but I wouldn't have a collection of cars. I'm just not that guy. I feel like that's one of those things where I would have to put time and effort into it to keep them up.
I would definitely get the back in the day Bronco though. I would have to.
Son would get the OJ Bronco.
I see you with that without a question.
But yeah, I would get like 3 classic vintage muscles, and then I would just get new shit.
I want 67, 68. I mean 66, 67, and 68 to be exact. For me, Chevelle and SS.
Beautiful. Hell yeah.
Without a question.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it'd probably be like action figures. I don't mean just like regular action figures, like, the red, but I mean like, them expensive, like you walk into GameStop and they got the ones in the glass case for like $200. Like I would splurge on so much of that bullshit. It's like, because like, I don't know. I always like when I was a kid, I was like, ooh, I can't wait to have money. I'm going to get me that. And that is the same opinion I have now.
So those aren't really the action figures, though. Those are like the standing guys.
Like statues. Like, I don't know statues. What they're...
So if I did have mad bread and I had a little man cave in the crib, that's something I would have a lot of those. But like you said, some things that are like this big sometimes be like $250.
Yeah, I got a homie that got like the NBA poses. Yeah, you can get them with the actual poses and everything, just like Top Shop. So shout out Top Shop, right? They got them where you can actually get them in the actual poses for whichever you know what I mean, specific thing that you want. You know what I mean? Like it's actually, I got a homie, shout out my homie Nigel. He actually put me on to different and they have them for scenes in movies. So he got an ill Batman one from Gotham City. I mean, not from Gotham. He got one of Gotham City, but Batman in a particular scene of it. And I'm like, holy shit, how did you do that? He's like, yo, and he took me to the website.
That's pretty dope. Fire. So yo, send that website, awesome. Big dog.
That sounds hell yeah, I got you, bro.
But I would definitely I would have mad figures of just nerdum. Like all my anime, all my fucking Lord of the Rings, Marvel, sports, just everything that I love, and I would just have figures like that. I wasn't even thinking about.
Yeah, I feel like I would go ham on books too. I feel like I would make the most insane library.
You'd have a library. Yeah,
yeah,
I like that.
Just an absolute insane library. Like you just walk through one of the doors of my house, and it's just the craziest library you've ever seen.
It's like SpongeBob's library.
Yeah, no, literally, because that shit don't make sense.
Yeah, SpongeBob house is an enigma to me. That doesn't make no sense.
Absolutely. All right, so real quick before we move on, I kind of just want to look at some live NBA scores real quick, see if we can get a little bit of conversation. The Cavs are absolutely destroying the Mavericks.
Yes, they should.
The tankathon is on. It's crazy how obvious it is. Every team that's taken, they are losing. They're losing by a lot. It's getting bad. Jalen Brunson got
and the Rockets is randomly a really close game right now.
The Rockets and the Pelicans.
Yeah.
How about Dejounte Murray coming back?
And he on his dog too. He on his business right now. He's on his.
He dropped one of the nicest guys in the league and got on his face.
He's on his bully, but Dejounte's always been on his bully, so I'm not shocked. Yeah. Remember when Paolo got into the league?
Yeah, I think if the Pelicans keep him and they keep some of those guys around, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I just want to see how. I think they got to get rid of Zion once and for all.
Damn.
But they got a couple of nice dudes in there, like dudes that you could put.
Dudes.
Yeah, like Dejounte, that's a guy you want to fire up your team.
Sadiq is great on that team right now.
Yeah, Derrick White needs a little bit more development on the defensive end, but I love his offensive game.
That's fine.
It'll come with time.
Yeah, and all those young guys.
Better with time. Yeah, so the Suns and the Raptors, they're in a close game. Jalen Green is starting to fit into that offense like a glove, having a lot of big games lately. Kem, you're muted.
Share with us, bro.
Yes, sir. My apologies on that one. Yo, Kem, with the Top Shot plug and this, you are saving my career here, brother.
No problem.
Saving my career. And he had polio earlier, so it's just
behavior from for sure.
Hey, there was.
Me. I had polio. You mother.
Yes, for sure.
You damn right. What are we talking
already,
about,
man?
Come on. If I have polio every time I miss, you
stage
have polio.
2, Kem? Stage 2 polio?
No, I just said it hit 2 of the crew.
Oh, okay. I was about to say stage 2 polio.
Best believe if Kem ever missed a show, he got polio too. Don't get messed
for
up.
Sure.
That's facts. Well, yeah. So the Suns, they were just up 6. Now they're up 9. Jalen Green got 29. Devin Booker got 26. This team fit better than I ever thought that they would fit together. Grayson Allen is an incredible 6-man off.
If we were to ever stream the game on one of these, we can't do that, right? We're not allowed to do that.
No, we had to deal with what's their face, but then they went bankrupt
a
couple weeks later.
A week after. Yeah,
that was terrible. So yeah, the Toronto Raptors, Brandon Ingram got 29. He's been absolutely balling lately.
My boy
as well.
BI, love that.
Yes,
love to see it
for sure.
So definitely an interesting game there, and this is going to lead us into our playoff discussion, which is cool. The Knicks are struggling with the Pacers. The Knicks, they don't look like a convincing team to me. Bridges is absolutely if you thought he was off a cliff before, he is absolutely fallen off. But OG Anunoby is a guy whose offense has been absolutely tremendous lately.
I like angry
absolutely carrying this team through. Jalen struggling, Bridges struggling, Cat always struggles. Cat's not even playing in this game. Mitchell Robinson, 10 points, 17 rebounds. You love to see that. Jalen Brunson, obviously, with 27. Clarkson has been looking just a little bit better now that he's gotten his minutes back. And then over on the Pacer side, Zubac is actually playing. He got 11 and 7. Their Pacers are doing Pacer stuff, terrorizing the Knicks.
Can I ask you guys a quick question? What do you guys think about Matt Ishbia and actually seeing Phoenix play every night. Like, how do you guys feel about that?
Bro,
Like,
he's been very active, not only that, but like on social media, just calling out what the league needs to do. And like he actually cares. And you love to see that. Like you could see that with the Suns. Sometimes we're like, damn, why do they keep trying? Like this year, we were like, this is such a random team. Why didn't they just trade everybody? And you know what I'm saying? But he said it perfectly. He don't believe in tanking. He said that's very disrespectful to the sport.
I love that shit,
and we need more owners like that throughout sports. That's the thing. This is like, shout out to him, because this is what we need. There's so many owners that just don't care. They just, all they care is seeing that dollar amount, whether it's going up or whether it's going down. But you love to see a guy like him who truly cares. It hasn't worked out for him yet, but with a guy with that mentality and how infectious it apparently is finally starting to spread through that organization, I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Suns go on a run, not this year, but when they do have that team fully up and going.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's one of the more involved guys in the league as far as ownership and everything. I think I like everything he's been saying, man. Even if I agree with it or don't agree with it, like personally, I still think it's good to have him be outspoken and to say the things he wants to say and it not sound like utter bullshit, because some of these owners out there will just talk and we're just sitting here like, it's the James Dolan effect.
Can I elaborate a little bit about agree or disagree with it? What do you mean? I want to know what you mean. Like, how do you?
There hasn't really been anything that I've been on the side of or not on the side of, but it's just whether I think anything he's saying is for the right of the team or for the right of the league.
Okay.
There hasn't been anything that I've thought is egregious or anything, but even if I did, it's like he's still being out, like he's letting his thoughts be out there, and they're not like pointless.
And I see Phoenix trying every night. That's the shit that I love about it too. It matches what he says.
7th seed when no one expected them to be top 10 at all.
That team's giving everyone hell. They might not win every game, but they're gonna be in every game.
Yeah, I like.
They're gonna tire you out. They're gonna tire you out for sure.
That shit, Tom. Yes, they're
relentless. That's why, like I said, I mean, it just seems healthy because you sit there and Devin Booker should be like like we've seen so many of these other stars just get frustrated at even like the slightest inconvenience, and if there's anyone that could complain, it could have been Devin Booker at any point throughout this. Like, okay, we had a team, we had a finals team, we blew it up way too quick. Why'd you guys draft DeAndre Ayton first? Like the list could really just keep on going on.
Hey, they could have got Marvin Bagley.
A lot of stuff over there. But I want to talk about that the playoffs right now.
Okay.
So as you guys could see on the screen right here, we have the playoff picture.
Yeah.
So right now it seems very set in stone that at least the Thunder and the Spurs are 1 and 2. The West is obviously a big disaster from I think 3 to 7. And then we got our playing teams pretty much locked in there.
Yeah.
And then in the East, you got the Pistons, who are obviously far and away the number 1 seed. Well, not far and away, like 4 or 5 games. And then the Celtics and the Knicks and the Cavs, they pretty much got those seeds locked up. And then it's everybody else in a very heated battle. So what do you guys think? What kind of pops out to you the most? What's your biggest take going into the playoffs right now?
Man, this isn't the biggest take or anything, but it's just something I noticed real quick. The Trailblazers would absolutely cook the Warriors in that playoff game or playing game if it were to happen. If it were to happen exactly this way and nothing were to change, Trailblazers is cooking the Warriors, and I'd love it. Sorry.
So listen, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me, big homie. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I think that Minnesota is cooking the shit out of us at that 6 and us at.
I agree.
Right now.
I agree. I don't care that we just beat them in a regular season matchup the other night. I don't care
now
about that.
with that stance.
I agree.
hate that for sure. Right now, I also believe that Miami might give the Knicks hell. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Especially if you draft another 83.
I'm not gonna lie. The Miami Heat is the one team I don't want the Knicks to see. I wouldn't mind the Raptors, the Magic, the Sixers. I wouldn't mind any of those, but I'm telling you, them damn Miami Heat, brother, they like to ruin everything. And if they face the Knicks in the first round, that's gonna destroy everything because the Knicks are gonna lose. People are gonna get traded. Like everyone's gonna panic. It's gonna be.
You hear that?
It's gonna
not
be a
the
disaster.
Knicks might lose. The Knicks are gonna lose if they face
that.
Because,
Those
bro,
6
the
threes are
Miami
crazy.
Heat, we gotta understand, like when the Miami Heat get into this big fuck you attitude, I don't care what like anyone in the league thinks about us, we're just gonna go out and ball. That's when Eric Spoelstra works at his best, and he hasn't been there the last couple of years. But this year, as it has gone along, if you guys see the record in the last, I think like 10 games, whatever it's been, they have been playing some very, very great basketball. It's actually scary. I mean, obviously that Heat and Wizards game, like whatever the fuck
that was the Wizards. It was the
but
Wizards.
besides that, like Tyler Hero's playing much more efficient basketball. Like Andrew Wiggins is quietly having a great year. Norman Powell is having a great year. That's just a team I don't want to see, especially with how they acted after Bam broke the record. Eric Spoelstra straight up telling the media, "Fuck you! I don't care. I don't care how anybody feels about
they
it."
on bullshit this year.
Yeah, when Spoelstra's in that mood, you gotta watch out.
I'd say if y'all were to have any chance of making it out that first round, y'all gotta have the Magic matched up with y'all. So
y'all
gotta go down a seed.
I don't
right
think
now
the Magic
are
win one
weak.
game. I don't think they win one game against anybody.
I definitely think they get one off you, but I don't think they get no
But-
more. I just don't think right now
They're
their
a wreck.
chemistry is ready for a playoff run.
Excuse me.
They didn't play enough games together
Yeah,
at all.
I agree. Franz has barely been in. Baines had a little bit of a down shooting year.
For me,
Paolo's
though,
had a big down shooting year.
what's crazy about this is I think a lot of what might happen is going to come down to who gets 7 and 8 in the West for the West side of it, which I think is going to be the Suns and the Clippers. I don't think the Warriors and Blazers factor into that fight. But when it comes to the Suns and the Clippers, man, both of those teams are teams I don't want to see if I'm the Thunder and the Spurs. Those are some annoying ass teams. Like Kawhi Leonard is playing, bro. Kawhi Leonard is playing some of the best basketball he's played.
I agree, but we're talking about a 7-game series.
I'm not saying that they're winning.
Easy work to any of those teams in the play.
Easy work. I don't know, bro. Those teams are relentlessly annoying. They are going to wear those, even if it's a 4-game series, they are going to wear them down to the wire.
Oh yeah, but it's still that's a 4-game series where now you get to rest because. I don't know if it's.
I don't know. I think the Suns and the Clippers
might
could both take 1 or 2 games from either of those teams.
Timberwolves might sweep the freaking Lakers, and then it's an immediate matchup for the Spurs immediately after if they have to deal with that. So they might not get no rest.
Yeah, and the sad thing about the Lakers and the Timberwolves, because I was sitting here, I disagreed when Kevin first said it, but then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, they're gonna have Ant and McDaniels on Luka and Reeves, which means a lot of this is gonna come down to LeBron, and he ain't got it left in him to like win a playoff series. I don't think.
Hey, but if Ayton can randomly start stretching the floor, we might be able to expose Gobert.
randomly start stretching.
Expose Gobert.
He don't even stretch in the morning, and you want him to stretch the fucking floor.
Let's start right now, DeAndre. Come on now. Let's start today.
Shout out to everyone that is in here. But yeah, I mean, looking at this, I mean, it's crazy because the West, it's going to be so important for seeding as it comes down the line there, because if you look, like it's all jumbled from 3 to 6. And then obviously 7 is the Suns. They can still sneak in.
Even in the East, man, I think whoever gets the Hornets first round, it's going to be hell.
Oh my God,
it's going to be hell.
That's another thing, because I think the Hornets could be any of those other 3 teams.
Them and the Sixers.
Honestly, them and the Sixers is going to be a hard out.
Teams. Yeah,
it's going to be a crazy first round matchup.
I'm not going to lie, this might be a stretch, but I think if there's a number 1 seed that could lose to an 8 seed, I don't think the Pistons, it's set in stone that they can go on a run. They could lose any of these series. If that team locks down Cade successfully, it's anyone's series at that. It's going to be definitely
not offensively potent yet.
Are they my favorite team in the East? For sure this year, but they're not unstoppable in the slightest. They're just playing really good team basketball, but we've seen those games when Cade is locked up. He shoots them out of games. He has that in him still. He's young. I'm not holding it against him, but he has that in him where he's gotten them out of games just by shooting them out of it. And that's the thing too. If it were to be the Pistons and the Hornets, bro, the Hornets have 4 guys above 19 points per game right now. You have Cade doing all the heavy lifting offensively. Yeah, Duran does his thing, but his game isn't expanded past like what he does. And so then you got on the other end, the Hornets got 4 guys that can easily give you 30 on any given night that now you have to try to contain all of them. And yeah, the Pistons is a great defensive crew, but it's like now you're going to be working every night at your hardest.
Yeah. I mean, it's something like when it comes to the East, I cannot ignore the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know what it is. It's just something seems right about them. I know they've lost some tough games here, recently in the last 10. They've lost some important games against some big opponents, but I think that's them just figuring out who they are and figuring out their chemistry and everything. But man, I like where Donovan Mitchell's head is at, going into these playoffs. It seems like Darius Garland was a big guy, not like a locker room cancer by any means, but a guy that probably brought down the mood a little bit because no one was really, too sad to see him go. Especially, I mean, like a guy like Jared McCain got traded from the Sixers, and everyone was in tears. Like that, that was crazy to see.
Because he was about to be rookie of the year last year for the injury, and the Sixers were just like, let's send him to the best team in the league.
We'll take the pick. And now he's over there playing some great minutes for OKC.
Yes, he is.
But I don't know. I mean, as of right now, where it stands, where I think everything is at, I love that side of the bracket that they're on. If it was to end like that, I know it probably won't, but if it was to end like that, I like the Cavs. I like the Cavs to go to the finals. If it's like how it is right now, because that bottom, the Heat, Knicks, Celtics, and then whoever gets the 7th seed, which means the best team coming from the play-in side. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be war down there, whereas the Cavs, they're going to pick off the Magic, probably get the Pistons. I think they take care of the Pistons, and then they'll be easily ready for whoever comes out of that war. I like the Cavs. The Cavs are my East winner.
Amen. Lights too bright, man. Lights too bright.
I don't think Jared Allen has to do much but catch Harden's lobs and shit. I don't.
I'm just gonna keep saying that until they prove me wrong, bro. I'm gonna keep saying it until they prove me wrong. Ever since that year,
but that's fair though. That's fair.
Ever since that year where he said lights too bright, they've been underwhelming as a motherfucker. So,
and I'm gonna learn I might learn a hardcore lesson because Donovan Mitchell still hasn't been to a conference final. So, who knows? Maybe it's him,
or maybe he's him. We're gonna find out.
I know, won't we? All right. What other takes do you guys got for the playoffs? What matchups would you like to see? Bro,
I think it's gonna be one of the saddest things. Look at that 4-5 matchup in the West, bro. One of those teams would leave first round,
and it would be a very frustrating loss for either one.
Both of them can definitely make a finals run if given the right layout, and they're definitely one of them would go out first round. It's so crazy to see, honestly. I'm gonna be real. Other than the Lakers, everybody that's already seeded right there could make a actual finals run, and that hurts me to say as being a Lakers fan. But everyone there could make a finals run, and half of them leave in the first round. It's crazy to see. It's absolutely crazy.
Yes, sir.
The West is stacked.
All right, so we are getting towards the end of this episode. Kim, do you have anything about the playoffs to add?
No, only where we were. I think we all on the same page. Just looking, like I said, I think
it's gonna be good. I know that though.
Are kind of the ones that are for me. That I'm kind of are the most exciting. I love.
I think the Western Conference Finals, bro. That is gonna be that's gonna probably be one of the most watched playoff series ever. Whoever it is, the Western Conference Finals, bro.
Plus, look at that 4-5 matchup. That's the one that's crazy too.
That's what Matt just said.
Yeah. Oh no, Houston, Denver. Did he say that?
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was sending you all the shit, Matt. Did you?
Yeah. No, I'm looking at it right now. These look fire.
Yeah.
These look absolutely crazy.
My bad, fellas.
Yeah. No, you're good. I just got the website. You don't got to send anybody individually now. Now I'm just on the website. There's a Silver Surfer holding Mjolnir.
Yeah,
that's the other one right wicked. There. That's a comic lore if you know it.
Yeah. Here's the other one right here.
Yeah.
The other one, there we go. Bro, this one called Sideshow.
Silver Surfer holding Mjolnir. That's.
I sent y'all the other one too.
Sideshow, copy. Now I got both of these in the chamber. You feel me?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, but really for me, y'all, it was really the 3-6s. Those are the ones that I love. I love the Minnesota versus LA. That scares the shit out of me being an LA fan. And then on the East, I love it. The Miami-New York matchup with Bam. Just you set the narrative and everything. Tommy took it away with knowing they came off of that 83 and how Spoelstra coaches. They're not going to take it easy in any kind of way, any kind of advantage that they get.
They're on a bullshit tour right now. They don't care about nobody. You don't care about nothing.
All right, boom. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do different or not. So if you watched the episode where me and Kem screamed at each other, what we did is we officially developed a haul, different or not. We got our people in it. They're here below on the screen. Let's hope I remember to edit that in from this time. But yes, so what we're gonna do is we got 6 players. I'm gonna go through them quick. So it's gonna be 2, legends, 2 middle of the road, 2 hidden gems. So the first player that I got for you guys that we did not mention last episode, and I just want to get him in because I felt like it was a disservice of not mentioning him. Dwayne Wade.
Yes. Yeah, easy.
Yeah, arguably the second best finals run of all time.
Best Miami Heat player of all time, iconic franchise.
Yes,
he's number 1.
100%.
Yeah, that's easy, bro.
Absolutely, he's in. All right, and then number 2, probably, obviously not probably, another easy one. Wait, did we? No, I think did we put Kevin Garnett in? We did, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we did put him in. My bad. So then I'm just gonna go with another easy one then. Oscar Robertson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Guy that was putting up the stats
first
that we love
Mr.
today.
Triple-double.
Yeah, the stuff that we love today, he was doing it first.
Threes.
And he saved Kareem's career. You remember those arguments?
Bro, don't get that going again, man.
Don't do that.
Me and Kem have come together, and
that's how we've come together from those. From those
when we go viral and people go back to that, that is going to be.
They're going to rip me apart.
Matt's going to die. All right, so 2 players now that I think borderline. I'll go. Well, I don't know. I was about to say I'll go first. Marc Gasol.
No, I'm sorry.
He stole a defensive player of the year.
Oh.
He
Grit and grind.
He is a champion. Grit and grind Grizzlies was one hell of a thing.
Defensive player of the year.
If this was Zach Randolph, it might be a yes because he
was
actually
a huge part of that
different.
Raptors championship.
But Zach Randolph is one of the definitions of different player.
Yeah.
But Marc Gasol, he was just one of the best complementary pieces of that era.
Yeah, see, this is when y'all make me so happy when y'all actually can see. Yeah, y'all already know where I'm at with it. You say something about an old player and understand how real, like this, Zach Randolph was literally different. He was DeMarcus Cousins before DeMarcus Cousins got there, like literally, but just lefty, just as a lefty.
So are we're playing Zach Randolph in just on the fly?
Yeah.
Zach Randolph is in.
Yeah, Tony Allen from that team too. He different as hell.
I mean, he was bullying bullies. He was he was playing ethical basketball. Those Memphis Grizzlies were always like, you could get a good game by just tuning in and Mike Conley beating his chest out there with Gasol and Zach Randolph. Like it was Rudy Gay before he got traded.
Shout out Rudy, man. Shout out Rudy.
OJ Mayo, don't forget him. I almost called him a crackhead.
Come on, Tom. Yeah, see y'all. This is
a crackhead. Son smoked a little weed and gets called a crackhead.
Yeah, that's crazy, weed, bro.
It wasn't weed.
I don't know what he was doing, but either way,
crack.
He was not doing crack.
Yo, by the way, Lamar Odom is now back in the media, and he said that while he was going through one of his recent relapses, that Kobe Bryant told him that the afterlife isn't all that it was cracked up to be. Thought I'd throw that out there. He said that in an interview, I think like this morning or last night or one of the two.
He also said that he went to the Bunny Ranch and told him to put $75,000 on his card and woke up 3 days later. So, you know what I mean? Like, and don't remember anything in between that. I ain't jacking.
I don't know why.
Shout out Lamar, but
their show to do stuff like that. But all right, so 2 more, and then we'll just get on out of here.
Okay.
So, you know what? Yeah, we said it. Rudy Gay.
I'm gonna have to say hell to the yes.
Really? You think Rudy Gay?
Wow, Matt, are you going to put me on the spot?
So you're not going to go from Grizzlies to San Antonio and the reinvention of Rudy Gay, like after being hurt and coming back? You don't think
2K, we always chose him to be on our 2K team.
He's my favorite 2K player of all time.
Very talented.
So don't get it like I don't love Rudy Gay. He's my favorite.
I'm sorry.
2K player of all time.
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm going to say no.
Because
you're making me decide.
Him and Grant Hill. If Grant Hill is not different, which he should be, without a question, before the injuries, you have to put him and Rudy Gay in a similar vein, right?
Okay.
With how they controlled the game in the moments when they were at their peaks.
You said put who in the same vein with who? Rudy Gay and Grant Hill?
Yeah, not like no, not yes, absolutely. Yes. Yes.
What is going on?
Yes, I'm saying yes.
Okay.
But not
pre-injury Grant Hill?
No,
I'll walk with you.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking
That's why
about.
I was lost.
Yes. Don't do that to me, King.
That's why I was shook.
No,
I was like, you the old head here. I can't be.
I'm in the same vein of Grant. Of Grant. What I'm saying is the redemption tour, right? Because what we know about Rudy's high flying pre-injury versus Rudy post-injury, right? And the reinvention and how he was still a glue guy and somebody that you can count on in big moments and for what you needed to do is what I was likening it to. But not at all.
He was one of the best non-all-star players, non-all-star, all-star type players in the league for so long.
Rudy Gay.
Be real, just because of 2K, I'm saying he's different.
Oh, Rudy Gay. All right.
You actually have to.
My favorite 2K player of all time.
When we're done, he's going to be one of those guys that we're going to be looking at and kind of, you know what I mean?
Bro, his highlights are. It's like what.
So that's another thing with a
guys,
few guys.
Like he has one of the best highlights.
If you put a Rudy Gay highlight up, some people might think he's one of the best players they've ever seen. If you just go off of a highlight,
highlights,
he's one of those guys.
I my wife down and put her in front of Rudy Gay highlights. Yeah, she'd probably think he was the GOAT.
And that's why I said his reinvention after he wasn't doing all of that. His early highlights, I love.
He became a mid-range maestro after that.
Yes, sir. All right, so the last one here, and I kind of just want to get him some love. We don't talk about him enough. Manu Ginobili.
Yes. He literally is one of the best six men of all time, and it was of choice.
The savior of the Spurs.
And I don't like
savior of the Spurs.
He literally went to Pop and was like, "Yo, big dog, I want to come off the bench." He's like, wow, you could be a perennial all-star. It's best for the team. And that's history. That was history. Led to multiple championship after that. I mean, there was a couple before anyway, but still, he's one of the best players of all time. That just happened to be a bench player.
Cool. So we added a few more players. So before we get out of here, I just wanted to open the stage for any final thoughts. I'll give a quick final thought real quick. I just want to say, Kem, you talked about it earlier. I meant to say this earlier. But I absolutely love the acquisition of Kyler Murray to the Minnesota Vikings. And Kyler Murray, in his first press conference, for Minnesota, he was talking his shit. He was telling everyone and reminding everyone who he is. And I just want to highlight that. He never lost a game in high school, which no one has really ever done. On top of that, he went into college as a midget and he won the Heisman. He won the Heisman in college.
Stop. You can't just be saying that. You can't just be saying that.
Wild. That's wild.
That's
bro.
Crazy. You got it. That's not a good word.
All right, okay. He goes into college and wins Heisman when no one thought that he would. Yeah. And then on top of that, he's drafted into the NFL with the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, and then with the number, I believe it was the 8 pick in the MLB draft. That is hard to do to get like he could have been a dual athlete star. 7. My apologies, 7.
It was a lie, everybody.
And then on top of that, he went to the Arizona Cardinals and somehow made them relevant again. Almost ran the board and robbed an MVP. And honestly, if Arizona was ran a little bit better, I feel like they could have made some deep runs. So I love this. He's motivated.
He almost copped a couple MVPs.
Like I told you, Kem, I didn't know where he was at mentally, but this press conference, I have never seen Kyler just come out and be like,
I'm so happy right now.
He was like, I don't give a damn. I'm him. And we're about to show some folks, and I think they will, bro. Justin Jefferson has finally a great quarterback throwing to him. I can't wait to see how it all goes. Hopefully Addison can stay out of jail and he'll be a part of that great receiver core and that defense with Brian Flores. It's just another team with a bunch of people with chips on their shoulders. JJ McCarthy can be a backup and figure out what he wants to do, if he really wants this or not. And I think he'll come back hungry. That's my final thought.
There's so many guys in the NFL right now that we have to worry about. Are they having jail problems? What is going on in the league right now,
this
man?
Is real. This is
we
real.
Can't be doing this, guys. You guys made your bag. Stay on the field.
Like, bro, if I had millions, bro, I'm getting baptized, everything, bro. You ain't seeing me. I was like, bro, I'm going to read. I'm reading books to kids in the library.
Becoming
like,
a Catholic. I'm pretty much what he said. When I get rich, if I were to get given $1 million, I'm becoming Catholic. That's all he just said right now.
I'm praising God.
He's talking about.
That costs, man.
Lord Jesus Christ.
It does cost. Yeah. You guys got any final takes before we get on out of here?
Yo, Romeo Doubs, breakout season next year, 1,200 yard season.
Ew.
Check it.
I like the wide receiver. I mean, I don't like that you guys didn't get like a big definitive number 1 yet, but we'll see what happens.
Son got that helmet.
Why y'all think that he not like he
can be a number 1?
Oh, he's good, but like I don't know, man. Like we'll see. I don't want to shit on him because I know he's talented. I know he's good. It's just I don't believe in him as a WR1. That's all.
I feel like with a quarterback like May, who has a skill set of May, he can be a number 1 guy with a lot of slot cuts and doing stuff like that. But like you saw with last year, freaking Diggs played a whole different style of ball with May, and it worked out beautifully.
That guy is wild.
And still had over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, at 1,120 something.
You know what I mean? Inconspicuously, like literally inconspicuous.
Yeah, the most like relaxed 1,000-yard season in a while.
For sure.
Outside of Mike Evans.
All right, Kim, you got anything to close us out? Come on, big dog.
All right, man. So listen, real quick, man. I'm gonna take y'all through a really quick run, man, because I was kind of ready for my boys, and this should take a couple minutes, right? But I want to take y'all through a star just because we're in New York, but this dude didn't only play in New York, right? Before he got into the NBA, he started in the UNLV running Rebels for all my old timers. In 1990, he was an NCAA champion. In 1990, he also won the most outstanding player in the Final Four and the college Naismith Player of the Year. In 1991, in which he was drafted, he also won the Rookie of the Year for the 1991 rookie season, right? Let's talk about a dude who people don't give enough respect to. We're talking about Grandmama, or Larry Johnson. All right.
Oh, okay.
See, a lot of fans today think about the stretch 4 bully ball power forward started in the modern NBA. And we talk about Zion, Randall, all these type of guys that people love to see. But listen, this started with Larry Johnson in the early 90s. This man came into the league with the Charlotte Hornets, the team who we have been talking about for the last few weeks here with a lot of people on their ascension and who we know may be a problem when it comes to that the play-in and everything, if they are actually even a higher seed. Now, listen, he was a 20-10 type of presence, strong like a linebacker, but had guard skills. I'm being honest with you, man.
Yeah, he was a freak.
Yeah, without a question. Now, at the end of the day, he did get injured after a couple of seasons here and had to
Wifey came in real quick.
With that being said, it's like, nah. Gotta love the live.
Son was quit on a dime.
You're muted, bro.
Yeah, as soon as I hear the kid at the door, I just stopped. But listen, real quick, guys, he reinvented himself with the New York Knicks, became a floor-spacing forward and a leader, and delivered one of the coldest playoff moments ever. Tom, do you remember the 4-point play in 1999? I know you were very young, my boy, but this is Nick Lore. In the 1999 Eastern Conference Finals, he shook Madison Square Garden in that play.
Yeah.
Literally blow. So when we talk about the evolution of basketball, remember this, before stretch 4,
he was a freak, bro.
For sure. That as after reinvention. If y'all have noticed the theme of what I've spoken about in this, it has been about the reinvention. It is not always about the first act. It is sometimes about that second act, my guy, for sure.
Prime never leaves. It just sometimes needs a different stage.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're going to leave it there. We hope you guys enjoyed this live stream on Connecting and Collecting, the collab with a different conversation. Make sure you guys, give us a subscribe, follow, everything. Make sure you follow Paulie's Journey with the Connecting and Collecting group. Make sure you follow us. Like I said, there's not another place where you're going to have the best laughs, the hottest takes, everything different. We hope you guys enjoyed your Friday night with us. It's a pleasure because thank God it's Friday. We get a weekend to look forward to, and you guys decided to start it with us. That is very special to us. So make sure you guys enjoy your weekend. Hopefully we made you laugh. Hopefully we made you smile. Hopefully we kept you entertained. But either which way, we're out. Have a good night.
See you. We out.